crying little.
Japan.
What's going on, guys? Mr. Dark Phoenix is here with my Avengers Endgame review. So, I think the embargo's up for official spoilers, but if you haven't seen it yet, come back when you have. And if you have seen it, let's jump on into Avengers Endgame. I am Mr. Dark Phoenix. That snapped better than I thought. Mainly because everybody does it with their left, but whatever. But, what do I talk about first? Okay, let's talk about the story. So, after Avengers Endgame, Thanos was all like, snap. And people got turned into dandruff. But, we're reeling from that because people are like, we gotta get our people back, and there's so many people missing, and everybody that Thanos randomly selected, or my theory, that Thanos snapped Wanda and Doctor Strange on purpose. Because them two magicians was a pain in his ass, and he had to get rid of them. So, but we got the whole gang together. We got Rocket with everybody because he's like the only other person from the Guardians to make it. Tony and Nebula are in space. So let me just connect the dots here for a second. Okay, Captain Marvel's post-credit scene was Captain Marvel coming to the base and her being like, "Where's Fury?" I was just in a prequel movie with him, "Where's Sam Jackson?" And they were like, "Who are you?" And she's like, blah, 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 whatever. But I think a scene that wasn't shown, probably because it would have spoiled the movie, a person that showed up was, when Captain Marvel showed up, it was like, hey, by the way, probably Rocket, was like, hey, you, the homing beacon on the ship is going off in that direction. She's like, I got this. So she flies, and that's how she finds Tony and rescues him. And, you know, they bring him back to Earth, and everybody has their reunions, and Tony's like, remember that movie Age of Ultron where I wanted to fucking make a suit of armor around the world? And I'm like, you know, I don't think that would have done much. What do y'all would have think happened? Like, imagine, like I said, he said all over the world. So imagine, like, let's say, like, 10 suits of armor, like, around the world. But, like, you didn't know how to fight Thanos. You didn't know how to make the nanotech until Avengers, like, before Avengers Endgame. So, I don't think that plan would have worked. Buddy, I don't think. So then Rocket's like, Thanos went to this planet, and then Nebula spills the beans about Thanos' retirement plan. He's like, he wanted to go to this planet called, I think, the Garden was what it was called? Yeah, it was probably, maybe it was the Garden, I forgot. But they were like, let's go get them. Captain Marvel, I love Captain Marvel's cockiness. I gotta say, some people, salty fanboys, are upset with it, but I love her cockiness. She was like, alright, I'm gonna get you something to heal and then I'll be right back. They're like, where are you going? She's like, I'm gonna go kill Thanos. And I was like, I appreciate your tenacity in this situation. It's not gonna happen, but I appreciate it. I appreciate that confidence. So Thanos is, you know, walking around, most of his body's all charred and burnt because he used the Infinity Gauntlet, which is a really nice added little effect of using it, you know. So he's picking these really huge fruit things. I don't know what the fuck it was, but he's making soup. Because when you rest after you saved humanity, you make soup, and you're a farmer. Because that was an actual thing. I really wish they would have put in the Thanos copter. It's ridiculous, but shut up. Thanos copter. Was that big ship the closest thing we were going to get to the Thanos copter? I don't know. Could have been a wacky dream sequence. Whatever. So they burst in. Captain Marvel bursts in, put him in a headlock, and Thor cuts his arm off. Like, Thor is the maddest out of anybody. Like, when Thor's in the trailer behind the glass with his head tilted, he's like this. I'm like, yo, is Thor about to enter a rap battle? Like, is Thor in, like, yo, Thor about to be Eminem in 8 Mile. He about to be like, oh shit. Alright. So then they're like, how do we reverse it? And Thanos goes, I used the stones to destroy the stones. And I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. And then they kill him. Kill Thanos in the first couple minutes of the movie, which I heard what was going to happen, but I didn't care. Because I was like, whatever. Let's just fucking go. So then, pretty much a rat, a literal rat, saves the world. Because a rat tinkered with the button on the ugly van, and then Ant-Man pops out. Poof! Ant-Man is back in the fight. And he has no idea what the hell happened, and why should he? Because he got one of the worst snappings, because he was in the quantum realm waiting to be brought back, but everybody got snapped, so that's messed up. Actually, the beginning of this movie is Hawkeye losing his family. Like, it was so messed up to see him call their names out and them not answering because they're not there. But I'm like, you just saw them. But I get it. I'm just being a dick. But so pretty much now the name of the game is to recover the stones from different points in time, because they use the quantum realm as time travel, which is totally fine. But pretty much quantum physics now is really fucking important. Like, Hulk is Professor Hulk, or the Asian boy Amadeus Cho Hulk, which I am calling him Amadeus Cho because since they can't make Hulk movies, they pretty much want to just spit in the face of us and add his characters as anything else. I'm still holding out hope for She-Hulk, Red Hulk, and Red She-Hulk, because that'd be fucking epic. But aside from that, so pretty much we all have our assignments. We're all going to go get the stones at different points in time. We get 3 stones from the Battle of New York. We get the time stone from the Ancient One. Really good to see Tilda Swinton again. And she does that Neji palm move on Hulk. And he was like, I'm about to take that stone from you. And she was like, bitch, get out my house. Get off my roof with your bullshit. Hulk is like, I didn't ask. 1 palm. And she's like, are we going to have a civilized conversation like adults? And she explains the time travel thing to him, but he's like, as long as we get them back to where they belong, nothing will happen. Even though Loki escapes with the Space Stone and does God knows and goes God knows where with it. That's probably going to be explained in the Loki Disney Plus series. But we get that. We didn't get one of the stones because because people mess up. So we literally travel back to other movies in the MCU. We went back to the Avengers, and then Cap's in the elevator with all the Hydra people, and he's like, I need to take that. And they were like, nah, we can't let you do that, Cap. I'm gonna call the director. And he was like, it's okay. Hail Hydra. And he's like, I'm like, you know it just disgusted Cap to say that, but anything for the mission. So Cap fights himself, and he was like, the one from the past put himself in a chokehold, and our Cap is like, Bucky's alive, and Cap's like, what? Like, way to go, you played yourself twice. You played yourself because you knew that's what would get you to stop. You played yourself squared. So now we're going to get the ether back. Thor's fat, which is, I think Thor's fat in Norse mythology, so I'm pretty sure it's pretty accurate, because in Norse style they keep mentioning how much he eats and drinks. So yeah, that's fine. Thor is fucking traumatized in this movie. He is just fucking traumatized. So they go back to Thor the Dark World, and he sees Frigga again. Really nice to see her, by the way. And, you know, some last minute things. He goes to get Mjolnir from himself, which is weird, because it's like, okay, but then what's your Thor going to use? What are you going to use? And then fine, whatever, I don't want to think about it. And then we go to Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Sorry, that gas wasn't for this. We go back to Guardians of the Galaxy 1, where Peter Quill is dancing to the music, but he looks like an idiot from the thing, and he was like, and War Machine's like, he's an idiot. And Nebula's like, yeah, he is. But he's our idiot, I guess. And we then Nebula from the past is fucking with Nebula from the future. So that was an interesting way to connect the dots and connect past Thanos in his prime to come and fight us now. And then we get to Vormir. They knew somebody had to get sacrificed, and they still went. And Hawkeye and Black Widow fighting over which one of them gets to die is literally my friends and I. Like, starts jumping, throws arrow, fucking stuns you with the thing, tries to jump, grapple hooks you. I'm like, nope. Y'all ain't have to kill Black Widow. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. The fact that they just announced her movie was a prequel was really fucking telling, too. Because it's like, why is her movie a prequel? Why can't she be in present day? Like, kinda suspicious here, Marvel. So, we get all the stones, we make a Tony Stark Infinity Gauntlet, which I fucking want. I want a Stark Tech Infinity Gauntlet, but I want a normal size hand one. Not the huge fucking one like the original Infinity Gauntlet. No. I want one size for normal hands. Imagine like this, but bigger. Maybe a little bigger, because I have big sausage fingers and a big sausage patty hand. But we get our stones. Hulk is all like, I have to do it because it's Gamma. And Hulk's all like, oh, the power's too much. Well, I wish everyone would come back. Boof. Things happen. Ant-Man looks outside. Thanos blasts the fuck out of Avengers base. Yeah, because past Nebula switched places with our Nebula, and she went and all put her fingers in the computer, and she was like, hey baby, what's your sign? What's your hard drive? And they used the Pym particles to basically shrink down Thanos' ship, himself, and all of his forces to present day. And then we have our super special, awesome fucking final fight scene. Our Trinity's here, and they're all fighting him, and Thor is like, he hasn't done shit. And they're all like, we know what's about to happen. Thor's like, electricity, let me get my Stormbreaker, let me get my meow meow. And they go off and fight him and shit, which does not go well because everybody else in the Avengers base is kinda hurting right now. Rhodey's armor's done, Rocket's under a rock. Hawkeye, Ronan's being chased by Outriders because he has the Infinity Gauntlet. Nebula betrays us, but she's not our Nebula. But then our Nebula shoots past Nebula, which you would think would kill her in the future, but it's fine because she's a robot, so she doesn't count as a living person, I guess. Whatever, move past it. And we go into the final scene where, like, Cap finally wields Mjolnir. Since Avengers Age of Ultron, we've been waiting for this. And it was fucking hype to see him throw the shield, throw the hammer, cause the shockwave, get the hammer back, Shoryuken that bitch right in his spiked little chin. Oh, a little chin right here. And everybody, I was fucking hype as fuck. Let me just say that shit right now. And then the battle looks lost. Thor got his ass kicked. Iron Man's MIA for a little bit. And then all you hear is Falcon say, on your left. And then Doctor Strange and Wong and all the magic students make a bunch of portals to bring everybody that got dusted back. Black Panther and Shuri show up with Okoye and the Wakandans, and they're all like, we're not going to say it, but you know we're going to say it. And then the Asgardians come. The Guardians, Ant-Man, the Wasp, fucking Spider-Man. Basically, everybody came back to the same place where they got dusted. So they make a portal to Titan where the Guardians and Spider-Man were. Spider-Man sewings in a place. We got the Asgardians, we got the fucking everybody that got dusted. And Cap finally delivers the line we've been waiting for again since Age of Ultron. He makes Mjolnir come to him and he's like, Avengers, assemble. And they charge at the fucking Outriders and the Black Order and Thanos with his double-bladed sword thingy, and everybody starts having a big old fucking fight, and Pepper shows up. And she's all like, that's a little too much pep up in here. And she starts blasting everybody with fucking Iron Man with her. And I'm like, husband and wife tag team. I love it. I fucking love it. And we got our big girl power scene where the women show up. And they're all like, you know, oh, you can't get it through that. Because Captain Marvel comes. Because the battle's looking a little lost. Because, oh boy, Scarlet Witch... Let me tell you, Scarlet Witch is pissed. She shows up and she's like, you took everything from me. Thanos is like, bitch, who are you? I don't know you. And she's like, you will. Attacks violently in red. Scarlet Witch attacks him with all the... Oh, fuck. Sorry, the camera died. And then Scarlet Witch attacks him with the reddest intensity. If there was any moment where her powers were her rage, that was it. And Thanos is like, rain fire on these bitches! And Corvus Glaive is like, but sire, our troops. And Thanos is like, I'm being torn apart by Red! Fuck all of you! And then they rain the fire with his lasers everywhere. And then they start firing up in the sky. And they're like, what they firing at? And Captain Marvel swoops on it and destroys the Sanctuary. Because that's her other power, destroying large spaceships. Just remember that. And then Peter Parker is so cute. He's like coddling the Infinity Gauntlet. And he's like, hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Peter Parker. And she's like, hi, Peter Parker. You got something for me? And then all the ladies of the MCU show up. And they're like united. And they're like, we got this. And the only gripe I have with that scene is that you literally killed Black Widow. So, if you were going to have any kind of all-girl, A-Force foreshadowing, female empowering shit, you should have had Black Widow leading that charge. She was the original woman that started this whole thing, and you did her dirty, and I don't appreciate it. We got old Gamora back from before Guardians of the Galaxy, so she's not evil, but she's like pre-Guardians, like before they met, you know? This is the Gamora that like failed to capture him on that planet, that failed to capture Star-Lord on that planet. So basically she never met them and all of that, and Loki got to have a revive and whatever. But we have all this stuff, Black Panther's running with the Infinity Gauntlet, everybody's running with the Infinity Gauntlet. It's literally a game of hot potato. And it's fucking great. And they pretty much, everybody gets their rematch. Everybody, except for Hulk, gets his rematch with Thanos, but I get it. Because Hulk literally snapped everybody back and injured himself pretty badly, so I get it. I wish Mantis would have done more, because her power set doesn't really call for, like, straight fights. I kind of was hoping Mantis would have taken control of one of the big ones, you know, and just was basically like, now do as I say, type shit. But, pretty much Captain Marvel and Thanos have their fight, which is really cool because he's got the Infinity Gauntlet and she's holding him back because it's spewing out energy and she's absorbing it, and then he headbutts her and nothing happens because binary. And she's got him by like the hand and she's about to like give the final blow, and he's like, oh shit. And then he whips out the Power Stone and punches her with cosmic purple energy. He was like, grape punch! And that shit happened, and pretty much after the end, Doctor Strange goes, which is the one time that they win. Which I just want to say that if Doctor Strange saw 14,605 possibilities, that means Thanos won 14,604. That literally means that Thanos whipped their asses like millions of times. That sounds like a Dark Souls record that I am not going to attempt, and I don't want to. But Thanos gets the Infinity Gauntlet and he's like, I am inevitable. But it has no gauntlet. And then Tony's all like, Tony pulled a thief from Final Fantasy, and he was like, and I am Iron Man. Swoosh! And turns Thanos and all of his troops and Outriders into dandruff. And he's all like, and the sad part comes where like Tony's dying because he's a human that used the Infinity Gauntlet, and Pepper's like, you can rest now. You did your duty. And I'm like, Pepper's a ride or die. Let me tell you something. Because she knew that, I feel like she knew this was coming the minute he said he discovered time travel and he wanted to help win and bring everybody back. I feel like Pepper always knew. You know, and like Peter's crying. By the way, don't think about Peter listening to Peter's heartbeat with the spider sense as it's slowly fading away. But Peter can hear it because of the spider sense. But don't think about that. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. If I had to hear it, so do you. But everybody mourns for him. Everybody's at the funeral, and like Peter's looking very upset. And then that kid that was there was the kid from Iron Man 3, but I didn't know who the fuck. When I first saw it, I was like, who's this? Fucking Peter Pan from Once Upon a Time, you evil little trickster bastard. Turns out it was a kid from Iron Man 3. And all in all, I thought the movie was fun. I thought it was good. part of me feels like it didn't have to be this long, but if it's the last movie, like the love letter to what the MCU has been up until this point, I kind of feel like the fight should have been longer. But I get it. There's like a lot of characters on screen, so I get why it wouldn't have been longer. But you know, still, I kind of feel like the fight should have been like 20 to 30 minutes longer. You know, we could have done without a lot of other stuff, but I just want to put a scene out there because, okay, so let's have a little game. Let's play. My microphone broke. Well, a piece of it broke. Let's imagine this is a planet, right? And I'm Galactus. And I'm all like, nom 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 nom. I love planets. Nom nom nom. And then the first snap happens. And Galactus is like, num num num, why did half this planet's population go away? Where the hell did this come from? And then Galactus goes around eating half-ass planets. And he's like, I hate this. Num. And then the re-snapping happens that brings everybody back. And then Galactus is like, nom nom nom, I have a full course meal on the planet. Nom nom nom. And then they snap again to get rid of Thanos. And Galactus is like, alright, y'all need to chill, whoever's doing this shit. And Galactus floats to Earth angry because they play too much and Earth is just whatever. And apparently quantum physics is a lot more fucking important than we gave our credit for. Like, Peter's gonna start studying it. And by the way, all of Peter's friends graduated? Because I think they said him, Ned, MJ, and Flash got snapped. So pretty much they're still freshmen in high school, but all of their friends before this graduated. So now they're sophomores with a brand new set of faces because it's been 5 years. So anyone they went to school with is graduated and is in college now. So I would just recommend a I helped save the world package of graduation. Can I get some credits because I held the Infinity Gauntlet? Oh my god. Can that be a thing? Can you get high school credits for that? I kicked a purple alien in the face. I kicked Thanos. Give me 10 credits to graduate. But all in all, I did enjoy the movie. I did not like that there were no defenders, so I'm very salty about that. It's their Earth too. But United MCU family, my ass. You should have let them do whatever the hell they wanted if you wasn't going to use them. But it's fine. Maybe because of the 2-year thing with Netflix. Maybe that's why they couldn't use them. So I hope they're in the next one. But all in all, I did enjoy the movie. I did think it was a nice little love letter to the MCU and everything they've done. And there's only we can move forward now. And how we're moving forward, I don't know, but that's great. Because I don't think we're going to see the X-Men and the Fantastic Four until at least 2021, latest 2022. Because they still have to work on stuff and get directors and actors and find the right actors and do all this. So I think they're going to still move forward with their plans before they got Fox. But I think soon we'll be able to do that. Personally, I would rather want to see the X-Men as a series on Disney Plus. I don't think the X-Men work as movies. I've said it. I will continue to say it. I think that the X-Men are too large of a property and have too many characters and stories and things to just put in a 2-hour movie, 2-hour plus movie. So I would prefer if X-Men was on Hulu or Disney Plus. But that's just me. You can still make the Fantastic Four movies, and if these Disney Plus shows are going to directly connect to the MCU, that's perfect. That's the perfect place for them. 8 to 10 episodes of X-Men a year, and then we can bridge off spin-offs from there. Deadpool can still be movies. I love Deadpool, but too much of him could be annoying. So, Deadpool movies, maybe X-Force as a movie or series. They should make a brutal X-Force cartoon. And I volunteer my voice to be whoever. I will be Archangel, because he was my favorite of that roster. That's not a bad idea for a video though, like an animated X-Force TV show, like a brutal animated X-Force show. Because I don't know why Marvel hasn't done that yet. I know they're owned by the mouse and Disney doesn't like violence, but I do think, since they're airing Ghost Rider and I think some other dark TV show on Hulu, I really think we can get some brutal cartoons in the mix, you know, and maybe a Blade TV series, because I know it wasn't Wesley Snipes, but I heavily enjoyed the other Blade series. Anyway, I'll give the movie like an 8. I did enjoy it. I did like the little callbacks to the MCU. Loki fucked the timeline somehow, so that'll be fun to look forward to. But mostly now it's just what's gonna come next for the MCU as a whole and what villain they're gonna pick. I still hope it's Dormammu. 'Cause I would love to see a big mystical threat happen because you already dealt with a cosmic threat, so I feel like Dormammu is the right step, unless they do like Kang the Conqueror. But I don't know. But what major villain do you guys want to see in the MCU? And don't say Galactus because we can't use him yet, I think, or we'll use him later. Trust me, we'll get to Galactus. But if you guys want to see me stream games, on Twitch. I'm currently playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy HD, and I'm playing some other story games. So follow me on Twitch. My social media links are down here below. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Subscribe to the channel for more weekly content. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to geek out and enjoy your lives. Always remember to stay positive, stay on the grind. Everything happens for a reason, and I love and support you guys the same way you love and support me. And I'll catch you guys next time for another great video.